Go. Yes.
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 Amazing.
Well, no, crazy guy this. Time for testing. Yes, it is. Is it? We don't know. We are here in Albury Bar, as we have been many, many moons before.
Got an excellent group, lacking a few key members, but the cool kids are here.
Ailish, as reliable as Hamilton's Mercedes Clark, sacked this off to go to IKEA. The Swedes' gain is our loss, but we shall press on into the wilds of Scandinavia unaided.
Other than with
Gothenburg. We are substituting Ailish for alcohol.
It's a good swap, I think.
It's a different swap. You know, she's not here to enjoy with us. So wherever you are, be it Chile or Chile, Scotland,
Cheers.
here's to all of us. Time for testing. What are we thinking? Right. Question 1. Should we start now?
Yeah, you can go first. We'll go around.
Testing is a vital part of the season. What does it mean to you? I'm assuming me and you and you. Oh, do you keep up to date with timings? Yes and no. Yes, testing is fine, but testing has no gravitas on anything in the rest of the season whatsoever. In the fact that teams just basically put on their odd spec cars and then kind of go, yeah, they're new ones, and it all gets a bit complicated. So you only get a real barometer of what's happening in the first race in Australia. So I'm not really fussed. Although I do like it when Jenson Button and Roman Grosjean are on top, and you know that pleases me greatly.
Excellent.
That's all I have to say.
Cool. Your turn.
I only usually really have a passing interest in testing, but I'm having to pay more attention this year because I'm having to write about it, so I've had to be paying a lot more attention. But I'd like seeing like the little technological advancements as well. Caterham have got something on their exhaust, which means that they might be able to like run a blown diffuser. So that might be a good thing for them, might be able to finally get a point. But other than that, I don't really pay attention. Timings don't really mean much, so a bit blasé.
Fair enough.
Well, I think you really won't really know the true speed of the cars probably till Saturday morning when they actually had all the parts, because they'll probably be running wrong setups. They're just testing really the core parts of the car, so it's good to see certain cars. You're going to get a rough estimate of what the car's going to look like. Apart from that, you're not going to get the true speed. Other than seeing lots of Jenson and that doing really well, it goes both well, I suppose. But you're really going to wait until probably qualifying before you know the true extent of how they're going to do. So.
Fair enough.
I don't really pay that much attention to the sort of Jerez tests because there's no sort of reference to them. When you get to Barcelona, you've got sort of the previous year's times to go by. So, for example, I think last year I saw Button in Barcelona did a pretty decent time with a hard tyre, which any fielder would be good when compared to the previous year's times.
Cool.
I think for me it's Australia really. As Dean said, they'll test various different parts which don't really mean a lot, and they'll stick new parts on when they get to Australia. It's no sorry to see what kind of times people are doing, but obviously we don't know fuel loads. We don't know whether some cars are really dogs of a car with there, or like Ferrari was last year. So I think we wait to see what we get in Australia and then we'll take it from there.
Cool.
Yeah, I love testing. It's the one point in the season where none of us know how quick the cars are. Prior to that sinking feeling when you realise how slow your car is. Apologies to Nikita, who's probably going with that feeling as we speak. So yeah, I love testing, and it means nothing. We all know it means nothing, but I bet every Jenson Button fan, when he did that 18.8 on the first day, we all got a little bit excited. I'm sure there was a fastest lap dance going on while that was happening.
Actually, that's true. I think we need to include the fastest lap dance in this at some point. Can I have my answer now, please?
Has he finished? just wander away and be like, wait, this is Apriba. Hello, Apriba. There are people looking at us. Sorry,
yeah, I think we all know in our hearts that it's meaningless, but I will happily get excited at Jenson Button doing the fastest lap. A bit of fastest lap dance going on, and we'll be ready for the Jenson Button pole dance in Australia, I'm sure. And I will.
Yes, we will.
And obviously, I will happily have a good laugh at Mercedes being either on fire or at the hands of Lewis Hamilton in a barrier. So it's just a good laugh, and it's good to get us over the winter break to have a bit more F1 action. But yeah, pretty meaningless overall. So. Question 2.
Question 2. Lewis was in that the entire time, and his off-camera face is brilliant.
Good. We should start doing like reaction shots, people looking bored at various answers and stuff. Yeah.
It's been announced that Max Chilton will partner Lewis Razia. What's your view on their decision to have 2 rookies in the team? Carnage, utter ridiculousness. I hate paid drivers, the Petros and Maldonados of this world. They have no place in Formula 1. So to those two to be in, it's effectively, I don't know, GP 2.5. It's not technically Formula 1.
Well, it was probably be Formula 1.5.
You know, they will be at the back of the grid and some. So I don't believe, you know, yes, for the funding of the team, that's fine, but as a spectacle, I believe it's completely the wrong notion in its entirety.
Fair enough.
Brave decision. I'm not sure how they'll get on, but you know they both come with a lot of money, and at the end of the day, Marussia, they need to do what they need to do to survive as a team. So fair play to them for that. But I honestly don't know how they'll get on. I wish them the best of luck, but they will probably be running at the back.
Well, considering they've finished last of the current teams last year, I suppose they could afford to take a few risks. It'll be interesting to see how both of them do. They both come with a little bit of I don't know, potential, I suppose, but they're really only real testers because how they're going to do against the Caterhams. They've got no other driver there to see how fast they're going to go against because no one's comparing them to really. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on. But it's a risk, but I suppose it's one they're willing to take in the end of the day. So.
There was a line in Autosport last year that said about Toro Rosso drivers. It said they're both either really good or really average. And I think that's going to be the same for Marussia. There's nothing to sort of measure them against being both rookies.
I think for me it'll just be kind of a hit and up decision. Being 2 young rookies, for me I think they'll just go for it. So you'll get weeks where they'll probably end up in a wall somewhere because somebody's put a wheel on the grass and they'll spun round. Other weeks they might be kind of dicing with Caterhams and then beating them. So I think it's going to be a bit of a mixed bag for the pair of them all season. Because as Dean said and various others, I think Marussia will be running at the back of Caterham with no real reference point to the midfield. Because you look at Toro Rosso and they will move on this season, so I think it will be those 2 teams at the back for me.
Well, Marussia confirmed themselves as the new Minardi for me. They're just developing young drivers and bringing them on. You know, if they're serious about moving into the midfield and trying to become a serious Formula 1 team, then I think they'll go with an experienced driver. To be fair, they had with Timo Glock, but we all know how that panned out. So, yeah, I think they're going to be at the back of the grid again. It's good news for Tash, obviously, who's got a driver to cheer for. Hashtag Lufa, you're all thinking it. So look, you know, good luck to them. You know, at least they've got a car out for pre-season testing, which is something that he didn't do last year. So, you know, good luck to Marussia, but with 2 inexperienced drivers, you've got to feel they're going to be at the back of the grid.
Indeed. My turn?
Lufa. I knew it would make a casual mention at some point.
Hashtag Lufa.
Lufa, you can't go wrong with the Lufa.
Yeah, I'm pretty much going to echo the same as everyone else. I think the blank. You
Wait.
taking me off my chair.
No, the problem is it's a bit of a wide lens, and all I can see is just you spinning round. Okay, let's try like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you get a picture of me filming you in the. Right.
Oh, you're the worst cameraman ever.
Just Lewis, curb your enthusiasm.
I think, as we can see from the blankness of their livery, they couldn't afford to have a reliable, experienced driver. So they had nothing else to lose. They might as well just go for the people that are going to bring them some money so they can stay in F1. It will probably be chaos, but they're going to be at the back of the grid anyway. So as long as they keep out the way of the important skills drivers, then that's fine. They can just tangle up with Hammy Hams or whoever. So yeah, there you go. Question 3. What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm just trying to, because it refocused.
What are you messing with?
Alright, I'm not messing with it. It's fine. Question
I know what
3.
you're doing.
Force India, who's going to be their second driver? Adrian Suto, because we discussed it before, and this is going to be bits flying across the track, and there'll be carnage, and it'll be hilarious, and then they'll try and get back into Formula 1 even though he's punched him onto the floor or whatever we did, I don't know.
Glassed him in the throat, wasn't it?
Glassed him in the throat.
Something like
That's
that.
even worse. Who do you think should be best fit for the team? I don't know. So, some variety of wallpaper paste, perhaps. someone with beige overalls. Someone with the charisma of a shoe. Maybe a Nico Rosberg type character.
Nico and Paul will be a good team.
So someone that you sort of go.
Yeah. So we can fully
the
stop
Formula
caring.
1 sort of, I don't know, equivalent to celery.
Oh. Okay. All right then. Fair enough.
I'm not sure who would be the best fit in the team, but personally, I'd like to see Bianchi in there. It'd be nice to see some new look. I don't want Sutil back. I thought he was an average driver, and I think he still is. No offence to any Sutil fans out there. Actually, I did see something on Twitter last night. Someone said that Cartacea was going to go for the drive, and I did say last night that if he does get that seat, I'd buy a Ferrari shirt and wear it to the next F1 Club day. So if that does happen, I stand by that. But as to who's going to fit well in the team, well, I hope it's Bianchi, but I've got a feeling that it'll be Sutil.
Fair enough.
I've completely lost interest in this whole Force India thing now. It's been going on forever, and the way I see it, whoever turns up to Silverstone for a bag full of cash is going to get the seat because I think it's pretty much an auction going on for whoever has that seat. Whoever fits it best, I suppose. There's a few good young drivers who've been out of the sport that could come back in, and some that left the sport last year as well. But at the moment, no one even has a clue who's going to be in that seat, and it's a bit really up in the air. And this close, we've got a couple of tests left, so you would have thought they would do it before Catalonia. But who knows? They're playing it completely weird to me, and they should have sorted soon.
I think Sutil would probably fit pretty well, given he's only had a year out, and in 2011 he didn't finish 9th. But apparently Bianchi's pretty highly rated, but he hasn't done any GP Tour, I believe. So that might be a bit more of a gamble with him compared to Sutil. It also brings a bit of money as well.
I've kind of lost interest in the whole episode as well, to be honest. I mean, it's kind of now February and it's just dragged on longer than it should have done. For me, there's two drivers that I'm in with the shout of the seat. It's either Adrian Sutil or Taki Inu. And on that basis, you can kind of guess where my cash would be, so yeah.
Who cares? Who cares? Let's be brutally honest, who cares?
Stole my answer.
They've taken so long to announce a driver that we've all just forgotten about them if we knew they were there already. Who would best fit the team? It's probably going to be Bianchi, someone who's going to not make many headlines and just mix into the background nice and easily. But I read yesterday that Narain Karthikeyan has been linked with it, and Force India, I know you're watching this, just no.
Fair enough. Come around, pay attention.
Oh god, it's a bit.
Yeah, that's nice jaunty anger you've got going on there. I again echo everything else. Lewis told my answer. I was going to go, who cares? It's just so boring. And they're a boring enough team, and they're dicking us around, not telling us the driver, and pretending it's some kind of air of mystery. They just haven't decided yet. No one wants to be friends with Paul di Resta. He's boring as hell. If they want to go down the Indian driver route, they should go Chandler, not Karthikeyan. And I'm not just saying that, Tasha, but he's far less of a cucumber. And a bit weird, but yeah, probably Bianchi is the most likely. Why are we zooming in on my face?
Because we can't hear you over the football.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Probably Bianchi will be the best fit as he's done testing and stuff, and at least has a vaguely interesting look to him. He might have potential. At least he will be less boring than Paul di Resta. So, there you go.
Can I just add, as a caveat, suffix? I am waiting, if Jules Bianchi gets the drive, for the first commentator, if his curse fails, to make a variety of joke about kilojoules. That came to me midway through the answer.
Kilojoules.
There were kilojoules, so there you go. Bonus. I always accentuate the S in a bonus question. First official test held in Jerez, which does not hold a GP. This is true. It's the first test move locations to one of the tracks in the 2013 calendar. Where would you hold it? I don't know. I think we might have had this question before, like last year. And I think I remember saying Silverstone because we're trying to cut down on emissions and fuel and all of that. So predominantly all of the teams based in Europe and most of them in the UK have it at a UK circuit if you're going to have a 2013 race calendar circuit, because then it cuts down on using unnecessary testing miles. If I was being a racer, I'd say Spa because it's brilliant.
Sorted.
Silverstone, purely because then I wouldn't have to fly out every year to go and watch it, and it's the nearest circuit, the nearest big circuit to me, so I wouldn't have to pay tons of money to go out and watch it. But wouldn't I travel to Spa either? That would be pretty cool. But yeah, just Silverstone purely because it's the nearest big track to me. Cool.
Well, it wouldn't be bad to let Nürburgring have a go at the test. He might get a bit of money. But you really want a track that tests the car out aerodynamically and So circuits like Spa or Silverstone, which are quite set up for good setups, and good downforce and good mechanical grip, would be perfect for testing all the thought. And plus they're pretty close as well, so not much travelling costs and that, so that would be the ones I would choose.
I'd probably say put it at Silverstone because it's sort of it's the nearest circuit to me, and I could probably go to it, and so I'll get a bit of practice driving down there ahead of going into the Grand Prix this year.
Cool.
Silverstone again, I think. Obviously, you've got a lot of fans that probably attend. If it was on Silverstone, all of the teams are pretty much in the UK bar. I think about 3 or 4. So it's a good base for all of them to get to, which cuts down costs. So I think Silverstone's probably the ideal place.
Monaco, not Monaco in May or June. Monaco now. If you want to make testing a spectacle for TV viewers all around the world, then let's send the cars to Monte Carlo today. There'd be nothing, there'd be no barriers, no nothing. Zebra crossings, the lot, if they have them in Monte Carlo. So, there'd be no greater spectacle on TV than some grandma sat at Rascar sipping a coffee and her wig gets blown off by a Formula 1 car screaming past. So let's go to Monaco.
Amazing answer. I'm not gonna go Silverstone. I don't know. I think it's a good answer. It's a good sensible answer. But I'm tempted to say someone like Austin. It's a new track and it went down exceptionally well with everybody. I mean, not the winner we wanted, but it could be a bit of fun, to be honest. And I don't know, maybe bring a bit more of the American fans back into it again, as the Grand Prix did, but just to kind of accentuate and exacerbate it and just get some more Americans interested if they had a bit more action to look forward to. So maybe Austin just as a bit of a curveball, even though Silverstone is the sensible answer. And can I just say at this stage, this is the last of the bonus question before we all start rambling pointlessly and doing weird goodbyes. This video is probably still shorter than
17 minutes currently.
Okay, that's still shorter than a 2-person effort. That's your fault, but
You can make up for that.
Alright.
but 8 people, and it's still shorter than 7. I'm sorry, I'm counting Tiff. Tiff, where are you? We miss you. I hope you're okay. But still shorter effort, a bit ridiculous. So there you go. I guess that's it for Fan Formula. Just do a nice swing around and say bye to everyone.
So.
What?
Oh, is that it? So is that your goodbye? That's a bit crap, wasn't it?
Sorry. Farewell, bon voyage. See you next week, maybe, for more Fan Formula, hopefully. But I'll be back soon, no doubt. The ridiculous video. What are you doing?
Is that it?
Hi everyone, and thanks to everybody who skyped in, by the way, as well. It was great fun.
Have a good week, everyone. Speak to you next week with the next instalment of Fan Formula.
Bye.
Short and sweet.
Apologies for the first 5 minutes commentary of the Man United Everton game, and hopefully we'll see you soon. And Tasha, I apologise for showing you me eating my dinner for the first 5 minutes.
Bye, I'll see you all whenever I next see you.
Awesome. Last words to you. And on that note, bye.